The views expressed in this podcast are not those of the producer or the production company. Hi, I'm the producer. My name's Russ, and today I'm here with Nick. Hi, Nick.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Good. But I hope that you guys can all welcome Nick as part of the team. He is what was the
What was what?
You were in the guest episode a while back.
Yeah. I don't remember the theme. It had some news.
No. Your political stance.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm mostly libertarian.
All right.
But I differ on some issues. But as I heard a great man once say, political issues are as they're as what's the word I'm looking for? What?
Unique?
As unique as someone's fingerprint. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. I'll have to put that in quotes.
You should. Quote me for that.
All right. Well, why libertarian?
Because the most important thing to me is freedom. I mean, there's a lot of issues that, have a lot of different stances, and people have their different reasons for believing certain things, but to me, the most important thing for anyone is personal liberty. And I think, in order to get anything done, you need to start with that, at least.
All right. You said that you were once a communist in the guest episode.
I did say that. A while ago, when I, first started developing political views, I was very strongly leftist. And,
like Antifa leftist?
Well, I mean, I believed in the very concept of communism as an idea. And, that's not to say, Soviet communism.
Yeah, because communism on paper, people have said it's perfect, but it can't exist.
So, that was my whole point, was that, I believe that was just a false statement. That even though it's never been done correctly, that it could be done correctly. And if it was, then, it would be the perfect system. Yeah. I've moved on from that since then. That's been a few years now.
All right.
Obviously, I've moved pretty much to the other side of the spectrum. But one thing I learned during that time of developing my views was that essentially freedom and equality are inversely proportional. And it used to be, to me, that equality was more important. But obviously that's shifted during my days of growing up. So that's why I hold the beliefs I do now as opposed to what I did before.
All right. Are there any key influences that really pushed you towards libertarian?
Yes, actually. I won't name him because I don't know that he would want me to.
Yeah, confidentiality and all that.
But my economics teacher in high school.
Oh, okay.
He was a huge influence on me.
Well then.
The best teacher that I've ever had, in my opinion. Yeah. And he really influenced my views. And he wasn't trying to change how I think, but the way that he taught and the things that he said and all the views he expressed made sense to me.
Oh, okay.
So it really had an impact on my life. And he also headed a politics group that I was a part of in high school too. And so,
cool.
he was a very, very important influence to me.
Did he know that you were at that time possibly a communist? Or?
When I started in his class, yes, he was my psychology teacher first, the year prior.
Oh, wow.
And so
many fields.
Yeah. So, but economics is where he really shined. But I made my views pretty clear. And I also made it clear to him how much he changed them over the 2 years that I knew him as well. And I think that may have flattered him a little bit, He also came to my graduation. So
wow.
Yeah.
All right. That's neat.
Yeah. He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. Cool. Maybe we'll get him on the show one day. I don't know.
Maybe.
As a libertarian, what's your stance on immigration, perhaps?
Immigration, believe it or not, I don't think that there should really be any limits on immigration. As far as that this has to do with a lot of freedom for me, and as far as the initial concept of this country goes, the idea was that it was comprised of immigrants, as well as Native Americans. Yeah. But everybody
from everywhere came to America.
This was a melting pot. You know, they use that. It's pretty cliche to use that term
There's
now.
there's a short story called The Melting Pot, and
Right.
it's about Harlem and, all
Yeah.
the people there.
So it's that's kind of the whole point of this country, I think. And I don't think that there's really any purpose to limiting that. I understand the fears about terrorism, and that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah, that's a whole topic on
Yeah.
its own.
Yeah, but so I won't get into that now. But as far as, like, for instance, immigration from Latin American countries and Mexico,
Yeah.
it's really no big deal. First of all, it's pretty much a non-issue because over the last few years, we've seen actually a net decrease in immigration
I
from
remember
those countries.
seeing on the news a couple years ago, the headline was "Latinos leaving?" question mark. And
Right, yeah.
we're
And so
seeing
there's
a decrease.
Yeah, there's some merit to that argument. And obviously, different studies will say different things,
Yeah.
as they always do. But overall, even if there was an increase in immigration, I don't think that should be looked at as a bad thing. It's not like they're, coming here to steal the jobs of hardworking Americans.
Yeah,
And, illegal immigration oftentimes does come with certain benefits that maybe some people believe that it shouldn't.
Yeah.
But as far as that goes, I don't think that there should really be this concept of illegal immigration in the first place. Like that. Checkpoints at the border are important. Make sure that they're not bringing any illegal substances or harmful things into the society. But, most people should be allowed into the country. If they feel like they want to live here and make a life for themselves here.
Yeah.
You never know who's going to be important to a society. You can't just
Very true.
You can't base that on nationality or race.
All right. Well, regarding illegal substances, what's your stance on marijuana?
Yeah. So I say that about illegal substances. That also, it's a great segue into the fact that I don't believe that any drugs should be illegal. I think that people will do things that are harmful to themselves, but I don't think that that's the government's job to limit their ability to use these things.
Well, with that, some people would say that, say heroin and meth were legal. Were perfectly legal. You could do it,
They were, and they were just as harmful as they are today to people. Of course, they caused addiction.
A lot of people would say that it would hit children more.
Right.
People would use children and
obviously these certain substances should still be illegal for children to use. Because there's just a certain point where it would be detrimental to the development of child's minds.
Yeah.
If they use things like heroin and cocaine and even marijuana, so there should be an age limit to it. But as far as, free thinking adults, they should be free to purchase and use whatever they want, just like aspirin.
Yeah. What I was implying was the selling of it to children.
Well,
like not like at a pharmacy, but people just selling it.
Right. Well, that happens already anyway.
But
it's already a problem.
Some feel it would increase a lot more.
Well, see, I don't know that I believe that because, as it's been shown in the past, like for instance with prohibition, when you make a substance illegal, it increases the illegal activity of selling it, and it actually influences crime around that substance. Making a substance illegal increases the total crime rate. And so when you legalize a substance, what it does is it puts it out onto the normal market instead of the black market. And so it makes for, free
There's
exchange.
no point in committing crime.
Right. It makes for free exchange and free enterprise. What making a substance like marijuana or even cocaine illegal, what that would serve to do is to help put criminals out of business, because they can no longer charge the exorbitant prices of selling an illegal substance if you can just go to the pharmacy down the street and buy it for someone who's going to charge less just by utilizing the free market. So it will actually decrease the illegal sale of substances. It'll probably still happen where substances are sold to minors, but that happens with things like alcohol as well, and that's just a crime that you have to worry about enforcing at that point.
All right. As a libertarian, your views on gay rights, what are they? Or the LGBT community and their rights?
LGBT individuals should have all the same rights as everyone else. I see no reason for them to not be able to get married to each other. I see no reason for two consensual human beings to not be able to get married in any case. I don't think that the government should in any way have any say in who can or can't be married. I don't think it should be an issue at all. That's about it. You know, I mean, apart from obviously. Go ahead.
Statement you just made. Not marrying anybody at all. Some people will take that out of context.
Right.
And say,
I think I know what you're
you
gonna
mean
say.
Adults and children.
Right.
And, yeah.
And I was just about to touch on that.
All right, cool.
Obviously, there should be laws
Yeah.
against adults being able to not only, be in relationships with,
Yeah.
but also, have sexual contact with children. That's still, not a good thing to do because children can't properly give consent to that.
Yeah.
That's why I specified two consenting
Adults.
adult human beings. Then they, whatever they do inside their home that's not, physically abusive should be perfectly allowed. I mean, it shouldn't come up in the terms of government at all.
All right. Cool. Well, I think that about does it for our interview.
All right.
Thanks for sitting down and
Sure, it's been fun.
answering a couple questions.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see you in the next episode.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for listening to Mathy, a political statement. Today's host was Nick. If you would like to submit topics of discussion, you can comment here on this platform or message us on our Facebook page. Logo design created by Kyle Christ. For more of Kyle's work, visit karmicclothing.com. For all sources, our donation page, and social media sites where we are located, see the description down below. Thank you.